Back to Punta Marina, getting the haul out we've been waiting for now that we got the parts in for the engine.
It was sailing, first time in about 6 weeks.
Yeah, long
Maybe.
time.
Forgotten how to pull a sail out.
Super lucky though to have sou'westerlies to blow us back to Funda, which is extremely unusual, and we do not want to be using the engine any more than we have to.
Nope, so we used it what, for 5 minutes while I pulled the anchor up, put the sail up, and here we are, sailing.
Not
Quiet.
long.
YouTube sailing.
9 knots of breeze, aft quarter, how good. Do we want to do a recon on the travel lift before you get
not
lifted
right
out?
now.
I don't mean right now, I just mean in general tonight. Do you want to go and have a look at it so you know how it all works for tomorrow? Oh gosh.
What are we doing, Roach?
Just standard laundry.
Standard what? Laundry? Once every 6 weeks?
Something like that.
Something like that?
Just wear your clothes until they stink is the rule. Oh my god, a 50-ton travel lift is so much better than a 35-ton travel lift. They just lifted us right up balanced. Normally there's some fiddling around not hitting the forestack. They made that look easy.
You need a big 65-ton traveller for Bridge Marina.
Oh no, it's 50. Bruce is 35.
This is 63.
Is it?
Written on the back of it.
Oh, on the website it says 50.
Huh?
Hey, you could clean the bottom. There's only a tiny bit on there. There'll be those little shell things.
We used Yacht Help to arrange the mechanic to replace our prop seals. The telltale that they'd done their dash was when milky coloured transmission oil started leaking into the engine bay. This happens when salt water comes through the prop seals and pressurises when the engine is running. This isn't too bad for the sail drive because water is also a lubricant, but still best to fix as soon as possible as corrosion could set in.
Here it comes.
Not a very good colour.
That's a good sign that we're onto the right solution though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa. Check it. Just like the other clip we watched out here.
Ooh, lovely.
Oil's not meant to be
That colour.
green.
Our rule of thumb is, anything under the waterline, let the professionals do it. Hauling out again or sinking is never worth saving $1.
Does this happen lots? Do you do lots of these?
Yes.
Very
It's
common.
a common problem.
Yeah.
We started telling people when we worked out what it was, and they were like, oh yeah, we did that too. And I'm like, why have we never heard of it before? No one said change your seals?
Some are so lucky. It goes to five years. They don't know about it.
That's us.
Mmm, cream.
Everything we've done today has been lugged up and down this ladder. End of the day. And we got gin o'clock, and we have the best view in the house at Punta Marina on the hard stand. Cheers. Been a big day. I went to town. Literally went to town, and I did the food shopping that required 2 supermarket shops plus the markets. I went to Ocean Marine to get our spare water maker parts for our new water maker. Went to the fuels place and got fuel from the petrol station, and
Don't forget the machete.
yeah, hardware store for a machete so we can open coconuts, and also some rope to fix our tender handles with. And what did you do?
I helped and looked after the Yacht Help guys as they put out our sail dry seals. That all went to plan. Scraped the bottom of the hull completely. Only just touched it, so I didn't touch the anti-foul, but got rid of all the little barnacles and stuff. Got rid of all the old oil and
Anode.
and changed an anode. Yeah, that was a busy day.
Some of the boats here are out because they hit reefs. So we are super grateful that our job is a quick and easy one. Haven't had that yet, touch wood. We're going back in. What do you think about that experience, Mr. Watchon?
It's pretty quick.
Unreal,
Did a
eh?
good job.
No Fiji time here.
Let's get her in the water.
Yeah. She's flying! So weird, so nerve-wracking. They got this, they got this. Bye, Maya!
It's the 22nd of September, 2022.
One of the big decisions that's been facing us is what we're going to do for the cyclone season, which is coming up. Cyclone season is from the 1st of November through till May, and it's been a bit of a big discussion point for us over the last couple of weeks. So what we were planning on doing when we left home was we were going to go to the Marshall Islands.
Yeah, the Marshall Islands. Be good, be great cruising ground, but I don't think with this being our first cruising season this year, I don't think we've got enough experience to go up there and be self-sufficient. There's no haul-out facility if we need to bring the boat out, nowhere to get sails repaired if we have any issues with the sail on the way up there. Yeah, I just don't think we're ready to head up there this year.
Just not enough marine infrastructure to support some newbies like us, eh?
Nope.
So we looked at another option of going to Australia, and when we first came to Fiji, again that was kind of the plan B, but we kept bumping into people who said Fiji is about as good as it gets. The South Pacific is some of the most amazing cruising ground in the world, and they said do not rush it.
Stay here as long as you can.
Yeah. So if we went to Australia, that would mean whipping through Vanuatu, New Caledonia, of course Fiji, and then getting to Australia by November. So we've gone slow and just stuck around Fiji so far.
The other option was to head back to New Zealand, and we really didn't want it to go backwards. We went back to New Zealand, had to get Cat 1 again. Don't really want to go through that just to have to leave again. So we won't be doing that.
It was a lot of hard work for us to get out in the first place.
Yeah, and that passage back to New Zealand is notorious for not being a great passage, so we'll stay here this way.
Let's keep moving forward.
Yeah, not go backward.
Yeah, so then we started talking to people who'd stuck around, and we found out that staying in Fiji for the cyclone season is actually a viable option. So we looked into that a bit further, and that's what we've decided we're going to do.
And there's quite a few other boaties doing it, aren't they, this year?
Obviously that involves quite a bit of planning, so there's quite a few things you've got to do if there is a cyclone coming. So there's a lot of work on the boat. You have to go up the mast, take the wind instruments off, take the sails off, take the solar panels off. There's a huge pack-up list, and then on top of that, it's a natural disaster, right? So you need to be prepared for if you can't get food, water, fuel, yeah, for the next couple of weeks, and how you might be able to help other people like the locals if there is some serious damage, because there's likely to be damage to roading and infrastructure if a really big one does hit. So it would be terrifying.
Yeah, it won't be fun.
And the fact that it's La Nina is likely to be in our favour, because in theory the weather system should be further west and further south towards New Zealand as well. So there's a little bit of crossed fingers in there too.
Yeah, so the main thing is where do we go? Where do we put the boat for cyclone season if a cyclone was to come? So there's a couple options. Wunda Marina has a cyclone-proof marina where you can actually tie your boat off or put it actually in a hole, which is in a pit actually, which is a pretty good idea if you're going to stay long term.
Cyclone pits, Fiji styles. So for the cyclone season, they put boats in pits with lots of tyres around them, and then when the wind blows, hopefully the tyres absorb any healing and impact that the boats have, and they stay protected in their pit. It's got the whole keel down there. Yeah, and obviously the pit means you're not on the water with your boat. So our spot is going to be up the mangroves in Denarau. Let's go find our spot. They're a little bit tricky to see, AD.
Not the best, but that's what we've got to deal with.
Cross over the river at the red and white flags.
If you can find the red and white flags.
If you fail, you will end up stuck on the bottom.
So good luck if we're coming in the dark.
Ooh, that's why we just made ourselves a track.
So we're up here in the up the Mangrove River trying to find out where we're going to park Maya if we get a cyclone here in Fiji. So just doing a bit of a recce mission to have a look where we're going to be. So I'm pretty sure we're about here somewhere. We've got
Up
the map.
here.
It's a little bit further up.
Just a little bit further up on the corner, because the river will be a little bit deeper as it goes around the corner on the outer edge of the bend.
I was expecting the mangroves to be a little bit more woodier.
Same.
Get a little bit of a walk with the sand shoes on, trying to not get your feet shredded by the oysters.
Yeah, it'd be pretty challenging getting in there.
Looks like fun.
Have we got ratty shoes for it?
Yeah, I've got those old black and white Nikes.
Oh, I'm glad you just nominated yourself for the tying job.
So yeah, one of the benefits now that we were going to stay up the mangroves for cyclone season is we don't actually have to look for a weather window to get out of here. We can stay. We can go cruising around Fiji and look for something to get out of here next year. So we'll be here for, what, 12 months now?
Something
in
like that.
total. So we've got a long time to be cruising around Fiji, but we won't be going too far away from Denarau, Muscat Cove area during the cyclone season, just in case one does pop up and we have to go up the mangroves to hide. So
Yeah. And now that means we've got enough time that we can do a big trip out east. So that's what we're going to be up to next.
yeah. So wrapping up the west side of Fiji, this shows where we've sailed up the Asawas and Veti Levu coastline to Nananui Ra. Next up, we head out east.